Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghuveer. In this class, we will discuss about convex, non-convex functions. In our previous classes, we clearly discussed about neural networks. This is a continuation class, so please follow our playlist from the beginning so that you will have a better understanding of the complete neural network concepts. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, let's take an example and understand what is convex and non-convex function and how it is related to neural networks. Let's take this example. The example which we consider here is, let's take y is equal to x square is a function and the function looks like this. This is how the function looks like. So this function we call it as convex function. So when we say it as convex function, on the convex functions, if you take any 2 points, let's take this here 2 points. If you draw a line segment connecting these 2 points, that line segment should be above the function. Then if you take any 2 points, this condition has to be satisfied. Then we say it as convex functions. So this is a convex function. For the convex functions, we are having only one minimum point. That minimum point we call it as global minimum. The minimum point which we have, this is a one minimum point. We are having only one minimum point. That is very important to understand. One minimum point. This point we call it as global minima. This is single variable convex function x square. Now let's take a visualization of two variable convex functions so that you will have a better understanding. Now let's take the example of two variable. It is a shape of the bowl. So on this function, if you take any 2 points on this function, if you draw a line segment, it will be above the function. So that we call it as convex functions. This is also having minimum point, one minimum point. If you take a shape of the bowl, it will be under the bowl. This we call it as a minimum point. That we call it as a global minima. Now let's understand what is contour points, contour lines. So let's take a three-dimensional convex function. If you draw contour lines, how we draw the contour lines is, let's take points that are having same height. Means if you take a point here, if you take a point here, if you take a point here, the points are all same height from the bottom. If you connect all those points that are having same height, it will form a line like this. It will form a circle like that. So that we call it as contour plot. If you draw it for all the heights, we will get a contour plots like this. So what's the use of this contour plots? We can visualize our function in 2 dimension. This is in 3 dimension. We can visualize contour plots in 2-dimensional space. That is the use of contour plots. You'll understand what's the use of these contour plots when you look at the contour plots of non-convex functions. Okay, now let's understand what are non-convex functions. Let's take a function like this. We are having the function is like this. If you take any 2 points on this function, this condition should be satisfied for all the points. If it is not satisfied, then we call it as non-convex function. If we are taking 2 points, if you draw a line segment, it should be above the function. It is not above the function, so it is not a convex function. So we call it as non-convex function. In the non-convex functions, we are having local minima and global minima. See, this is one minimum point. This is local minimum. This is another minimum point. This is local minimum, and this is another minimum point. Minimum point. Out of this, which one is the minimal point? Means which is having the minimum value. This is having the minimum value. This we call it as global minima. For non-convex functions, we are having local minima and global minima. This is single variable non-convex function. Let's take a look at the multi-variable, means more than 2 variables, how it looks like. See, this is our 2 variable non-convex function and the contour plots are given down. So by looking at the contour plots, this is one minimum point. See, it is like this, one minimum point. This is one minimum point. This is one minimum point. If you follow the contour plots, the middle point here is the local minima. The middle point here is the local minima, local minima, local minima. That's why by looking at the contour plots, we can identify the minimum points. So that's the help of contour plots. So this is all about convex and non-convex function. Now let's understand how it is related to neural networks. So in our last class, in our previous playlist when we discussed about machine learning, the loss functions which we discussed are root mean squared loss and log loss. All these loss functions are convex loss functions. Means we are having only one minimum point. So what we have done there, we randomly assigned some weights, W values, and based on the W values we are using stochastic gradient descent or gradient descent when we are identifying the minimum point. That is what we have done in our machine learning. The loss functions which we discussed all are convex functions. But coming to neural networks, the loss functions are not convex functions, they are non-convex functions. Why they are non-convex functions? Let's understand it with an example. Let's take a simple neural network. So this is our neural network. So we feed the inputs, we randomly select some weights for the perceptrons, and we will do back propagation, and we are updating our weights, and finally we are getting best weights, means minimum loss value. That is what we are doing in our neural networks. So let's take a situation like this. The weights, initially randomly selected some weights for this perceptron. Let's assume that the weights are 1, 2, 5, 6, and for the second perceptron the weights, let's assume that the randomly selected weights are 6, 7, 8, 9, and like that we will select all the weights for all the perceptron, and we will train this network and we will identify the loss value. That is what we are doing in neural network. Now let's change the situation. As we randomly selected, the second situation is we selected these values for this perceptron and we selected these values for this perceptron. We are achieving the same loss value for different possibilities of W's. So that's why it is called as non-convex function. We are having different, we are getting different, with the different W values we are getting the same loss value. With the different W values we are getting the same loss. That is why we call it as means different possibilities are giving the same loss. See, if you take the W's here and if you apply stochastic gradient descent, you will end up with this local minimum. If you take W values here and you will end up with this local minima. So the biggest problem, the problem with this neural network is we have to identify the global minima. So how we identify the global minima value? One of the way to identify the global minima, this is one of the way, and there are many techniques to identify the global minima. So one of the way is to first randomly select some weights, train the neural network and get the loss value. Randomly select other weights, train the neural network, get the loss value. Out of these loss values, pick the minimum loss value. Take it as a global minima. That is how we identify. This is one of the way to identify the local global minimum value. So that's why this point is very important. Our loss function is a non-convex loss function in neural network. This point you have to understand. Okay, in our next class we will discuss about how to different techniques like and one more problem with this non-convex function is we are having saddle point. So what saddle point, what's the problem with that saddle point, how to overcome that problem, we will discuss in our next class. In our coming classes we will discuss about optimization functions like how to speed up the training of the neural network. All these concepts requires this non-convex visualization. So please watch this class again and again till you get the clarity. This will help you a lot in understanding our next classes. So this is about convex and non-convex functions. Hope you understand the concept. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates.